You might have seen our top healer short, and you've probably heard me say that she's the best healer in the game. And in this guide, you're gonna learn why. Oh yeah, y'all should also join our Discord server down below in the description. So her first slot is a 6-star physical slot. I probably run her true weapon or something like True Izanagi here since she's a sustain unit. Or a second slot, which is a 5-star heal slot, Ina Devil Wings, or maybe some other revive cleanse equip is really good here. Though I would have definitely preferred a 5-star support slot here instead. As for a third slot, which is a 4-star magic slot, I would put Rosetta's Pardio here. At Limit Break 7, she gains a 4-star support slot, which isn't actually bad at all. Although I wouldn't prioritize this Limit Break 7 because there are other units you should be prioritizing, like maybe Hoka or Star God Lisa instead. For a skill now, which deals light physical damage, and for 7 seconds, it reduces enemies' damage res by 20%. It's a pretty mediocre skill, but 20% is something, I guess. Her art deals 22,000% light physical damage, and for 15 seconds, it increases all allied status resistance, except for feint by 100%, and reduces enemies' light resistance by 50%. It's a pretty good normal art that allows for debuff immunity and some extra light damage output for your team, but it's kind of unfortunate that it doesn't cleanse, so if you need to counter some status ailment, you're gonna have to time this. Her true art deals 50,000% light physical damage, and for 20 seconds, she increases all allies' HP recovery amount by 100%, and arts by 5 per second. 7 per second instead for light allies. Unfortunately, this is a Type E arts gen, so it's a really diluted group. So if you want to run her, you should avoid running Hoka, Fate, Chloe, or Lucy. As good as they are, they can't support the team as much as their arch gen won't stack. Though this effect is actually really good. Essentially, you get a double healing and a good amount of arch gen, so it's best to run her on mono light, just like how heart is best with mono human. Her super arts deals 130,000% light physical damage, and for 25 seconds she increases allies damage by 150% and human allies damage by 100%. For mono human, you would get 250% damage up because it's so hard to do a triple art rotate with a unit like this. Depending on the activity you're doing, I would either do a true art normal art rotate or a true art super art rotate. So her first ability heals all allies' HP by 400 per second. With her true art, this essentially heals 800 per second at all times almost. This is really good for healing, and if you look at any other healer, she by far heals the most without having to do anything at all. Essentially, you could think of this unit as the new heart, though she isn't Type B. She has a lot of usage from what I remember in the Dream Awoken grad stage though. The second ability increases her own accuracy by 30%. It's a niche ability to say the least. She doesn't deal much damage, so this is basically nothing. Her third ability increases her own magic resistance by 10%. It's a cool damage reduction, though it's nothing to be crazy about. Her true weapon deals 5,000% light physical damage, and for 15 seconds it reduces enemies' light resistance by 15%, which is stackable. And if the user is human, she gains 10 arts. On a 25-second CT, you're not stacking anything unless you bring some sort of equipped CT recovery, though the short CT with an added bonus of 10 arts is pretty good. Her first ability increases her own arts by 100 at the start of the quest. It's great for getting her true art faster in the beginning, so you can sustain better. The second ability increases the user's attack by 5%, so nothing special here at all. As for crest recommendations, I believe equipped CT recovery and arts up are all good crests here, as she is sustain related. As for team recommendations, I would honestly say anything. She's basically a better heart, though her arch gen obviously doesn't stack with other crossover units, but mono light is really good with her. So units like Ilya, Nanon, and Star God Lisa work really well with her. Overall, Summer Chloe is, in quotation marks, a new age heart, and provides outstanding amounts of heal and some good arch gen plus damage for the team. Though at the same time, she isn't needed for any activity in the game, and you could get away with skipping her. Though if you are lacking some good healers, I would say she is definitely worth getting. So good luck getting her. As for her gacha equips, her first equip is the 5-star physical equipped Chloe swimsuit, which deals 5,000% light physical damage, and for 12 seconds it increases user's own physical damage by 40%. And if the user is light, it increases by 80% instead. And when used for the first time, it increases own arts by 70. Basically a Blade Regalia, but better in damage, but worse in arts. It's exclusive to mainly light units though, so I wouldn't really use this much. The second equip is the 5-star healed equip, Chloe's Swim Onesie, which heals all allies HP by 2000 and cures all allies poison on a 25-second CT. The CT is really good for a heal equip, and if you have no good heal equips for your Chloe, this isn't a bad option at all. Being Devil Wings is ultimately still a better equip option though. Or you could run a Revive 4-star like Cleanse or Revive equip if you feel that is better instead. The third equip is the 5-star farmable equip Sakura Mato's Mask, which deals 5000% dark magic damage, and for 10 seconds it increases own magic damage by 60%. And if the user is human, for 10 seconds it also increases the user's equip CT speed by 30%. By all means, this equip isn't really bad, though at the same time it has no clear usage, so I'd farm like 1 to 2 maximum a break. The ability increases the user's dark resistance by 5%, which is basically nothing. So that basically summarizes our guide on Summer Chloe. I recommend just throwing your guaranteed on her banner, as you probably want to prioritize a unit like SMiyu or Luvia over her. Summer Chloe, on the other hand, might be the best option for beginners, so you might want to go for her instead. That definitely dropped my guaranteed though, of course. Anyways, peace